G'day mate, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Tatsuki. I'm a videographer and photographer, freelancing at the moment, creating social media assets. And today I wanted to run through my camera bag. This is the stuff that I use on a daily basis. If I'm going out for a shoot, this is what I'm going to bring with me. And doing this professionally for the last couple of years, the gear that I'm bringing with me is stuff that I actually use on a daily basis. Why don't we just get right into it? I feel like the biggest question I get is what cameras you shoot with, so let's talk about that first. This right here, this is the Sony a7C II. This full frame camera, it's super small, very light, very compact. It looks great and I love vlogging with this thing. This is definitely my go-to camera when it comes to creating YouTube videos, vlogs, and stuff that is like personal work for myself. I've been using this camera religiously over the last couple of years, and honestly, this camera is kind of what started the vlogs on my channel, which gained a lot of attention, and yeah, we are where we are today because of this. Now, when it comes to client work and stuff that's a little bit more serious, I recently picked up the Sony FX3. That's what I'm shooting on with at the moment. It sounds very simple, but this camera was built for taking videos. It is made to be a perfect, small, compact size for professional work. I use these two cameras together all of the time, this being the A camera and then this being the B camera. So it depends on the day, but I usually take these two cameras with me in my bag. Now, another camera that I usually bring around with me is the Sony Cybershot. This right here is a mini digicam. It's really small, it's a credit card size thing. What I love about this camera is that it creates that old school looking digicam footage while being in a super small, very slim sort of design. It's got a awesome, look at this. That's how you turn it on. Isn't that freaking awesome? And the footage is super easy and accessible because it shoots onto a micro SD card. With this thing being so small, I just never leave the house without it. Now, another small and quirky camera that I have is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Now, this thing right here, I'm sure you've seen online because it's extremely popular, but this small little gimbal stabilized situation is actually really good, and I enjoy shooting with this for specific things. Because of the design and look of this camera, it's really chill. Like if I'm out at a cafe or something and I'm shooting with this, people don't really care too much compared to like an FX3 or even my a7C II. This has a very small and harmless look to it. Because of this, it's super easy to vlog with, and I'd recommend this for anyone that's trying to get into the vlogging scene. I got this little clip on the bottom from Ulanzi. As you can see, this just like clips on right here. Gives it a tiny little tripod leg. You just pop it in the corner like this. You can just film, and then yeah, it's just like a nice little B angle for whatever you're shooting. I think this works well enough. The lens is wide enough to be able to capture stuff like this. The audio is actually really good as well, and if you're at a long distance, you can attach the wireless mic if you have like the creator combo. So this is very interesting. Now, the last camera I have, this is the Contax T2. This is a film camera to take photos, and I bring this around with me because, I don't know, I like taking photos. This is kind of where I started my creative journey, and I do appreciate film a lot. Having a small camera like this, it's a small size in the camera bag and it takes really cool photos. I used to shoot a lot of film, these days not so much, but having a little pocket cam like this just to shoot some random little off photos, or if you want to be a bit more serious, nice vibes. So I have three lenses and I think they all have very specific functions. The first lens is the 16mm. This is a 1.8 aperture lens from Sony. It's pretty new and I think this is the perfect vlogging lens. 16mm is quite a wide focal length, and I think it's extremely good in capturing your environment if you're holding your camera. Its small size and quality of glass is an actual game changer at 1.8, and I usually rock this with an ND filter. I have one from Polar Pro in collaboration with Peter McKinnon. When I'm vlogging with the a7C II, this is honestly the lens that I use all the time. The second lens I have is the 24mm f1.4. Now this, I think, is the highest quality glass that I own. The picture quality out of it is just like ridiculous. 1.4 gives you such a versatile use case from daytime to nighttime. And the focal length of 24mm I think is the sweet spot between wide and a little bit of compression, giving you an atmospheric cinematic video look. Now, I also have a 24 to 70mm f2.8 by Sigma, and this was the first lens that I properly bought when I got into the Sony system. It's quite a big and heavy lens, so I do think I will upgrade this in the future. However, for the price point, I think this does a great job. 24 to 70, it's such a versatile focal length, and I like to use this when I'm doing client work because it means that I can just keep the one lens on my camera body while I'm shooting a variety of different shots. Okay, so let's talk about the backpack. So this is the backpack I've been rocking with for the last year, and this has been an absolute game changer. My shooting style, it's kind of all over the place. I'm either at a studio shooting or I'm out in the mountains hiking and trekking and shooting at the same time. After shooting for such a long time, I found it extremely difficult to find the right bag that really ticks all of the boxes. It has to hold all of the camera gear while protecting it from the elements. It's got to be functional and versatile, not only to carry my camera gear but other things as well. And it just honestly has to look cool because I'm not going to wear it otherwise. As this is my go-to bag, I actually reached out to Compagnon to see if they'd sponsor a video, and here we are today. They actually did, and they've also sent over the 30-liter version of their bag, which is even better for me. So thank you, Compagnon, for making this video possible, sharing all my favorite gear with my new favorite 30-liter bag as well. The Element bag in the 30-liter is essentially the same as the 24. It's just like a little bit deeper, which allows me to bring extra stuff, which I've noticed recently at the shoots that I'm going to. Having more gear gives me more flexibility with what I can actually do, of course, but I think carrying this is a little bit nicer than the 24. Although I have to say, I do think the 24 looks better on my body proportionally, just because I'm not the biggest guy. So the 24-liter pack on my back looks much nicer than the 30-liter pack on my back. And if I'm going for a small shoot and I know I only need specific amounts of gear, then I'm going to be bringing this 24 with me. The cool thing about the bags itself is that they're fully weatherproofed. They've got really cool details because these quick release buckles, they're magnetized and they just have such a nice little clicking action. There's a roll top which adds like an extra 7 liters to the backpack as well, and this is actually perfect because, like I said, I'm also a human, not just a cameraman, so I need to carry around jackets and like other little things. It opens up at the back so you can access your items, and it comes with a heap of Velcro accessories that really allows you to customize what you actually need for the bag. Funny story, well, not that funny. I went to Japan and I was gonna go on a hike and I wanted to bring my camera gear and make sure that my bag was water repellent and everything. So I actually bought this hiking bag. This is a cool Arc'teryx thing that I found secondhand. But the problem is, it's not a camera bag. Like, I would have had to put a camera cube inside and then use my gear that way. But this was like my first initial option until I came across my camera bag. One thing I love about this bag is that it comes with a waist strap. So if you're going hiking, like I mentioned, you can just whack this in, it slides in underneath here, and you get waist support. With a backpack that's slightly heavy, this honestly makes a huge deal when it comes to just your overall fatigue while you're hiking and walking. And the fact that you can just pop it in and pop it out makes it super versatile. To be honest, out of all of the camera gear that I own, including the cameras itself, I think the bag is probably the thing that I touch and interact with the most. It's always on my back, it's always on the floor. Your bag is something that I think you should invest to. So if you guys want to check the line of Compagnon bags, I'm going to leave a link in the description. I'm going to check them out. And yeah, thank you Compagnon for making this video possible. Now, the cameras aside, I think the tools are just as important, and this is the stuff that actually allows me to use my cameras in unique ways to create a unique shot. First tool I have, this is a magic arm. I'm sure you guys know what a magic arm is, but this is one from Small Rig. It's a very useful tool. It essentially is 2 points that you can attach to either like a wall, a pole, your camera, the other side, anything else. And then this little bit in the middle here, it twists and gets tighter. This tool allows me to attach my camera to objects to create a unique shot. Now, the game changer for me was to attach a quick release plate to the end of my magic arm. This one is from PGY Tech. I actually use their products for all of my quick release plates, including my tripod. And with this, I can easily just attach my camera to the magic arm without any screwing, pop it on, and then click lock, and then it's attached. By simply just attaching this to my friction arm, I actually use it so much more often. Therefore, I'm creating unique shots more often. Highly recommend. The other products I work with, the same quick release mount, is this beetle clip. This keeps my camera on my strap at all times. Super easy access, really easy to slide, lock, take out, shoot. The great part is this can be attached to pretty much any strap because you can adjust the thickness of it. Very smart product. I also have this small tripod from them. This is called the Mantis Pod. I don't actually have the quick release mount at the top here, but it's the same square Arca Swiss. You can use any Arca Swiss for this one actually. This tripod's actually very unique. It's called the Mantis Pod because on the leg here, it's got a little hook attachment, and this allows you to hook your tripod onto like walls, fences, on top of doors even. And for its small form factor, this is something that I do take with me in my camera bag. As a content creator, I think shooting with the cameras, it's awesome, but I also like to shoot with my phone a lot of the time. And with that, I have the iPhone 16 Pro, which uses MagSafe. So I have this MagSafe clip from Moment. And this I've just also attached to a PGY Tech plate, which I can, of course, attach to all my things. So I can easily just attach my phone to the MagSafe mount and then just like take videos on a tripod or my magic arm or whatever it is. And this ease of use, just slapping it on and off, I actually think this is such a good product. There are a lot of different companies that create this at the moment. If you just look up MagSafe tripod mount, you'll probably find something. I use this all the time for BTS footage or just like Instagram stories. So having this small sized mount is a no-brainer for my bag. So for camera cleaning, I have two simple accessories. This is a blower. Pretty self-explanatory, just gets rid of dust. And if that doesn't work, then I have a lens pen. This is pretty cool. It's got two ends. One has a duster side, and then the other side, it's a charcoal filter wiping thing. I don't know, it just gets rid of smudges really well. So this I keep with me at all times too. This Pelican case, this just holds my SD cards. It's very simple. It's a waterproof SD card holder. Yeah. This is a small light that I have from Amaran. This is the Ace 25C. It's very bright and it does an awesome job. For its small size, I think this is a no-brainer. Carry this around with me because you just don't know. Sometimes I just add a little bit of color to the background. I like using red. I feel like it's a very contrasty look to like natural light or just like darkness. So for instance, I could just like pop it over here, turn that light off, and it'd look pretty cool too. Okay, let's talk about audio. What I'm shooting on right now is the Sony EC-M1 mic. This is the best shotgun mic that I've ever used, solely for the purpose that it doesn't have a cable. With the newer Sony cameras, the hot shoe, you can actually use a lot of their products without using a separate audio cable to connect it to your camera. Everything just runs through the hot shoe. So there's a whole range of microphones. The one I have is pretty small, it does a great job. I've never had any issues with it. It's a little bit expensive, but for the quality of life improvement, I think it's just a no-brainer. And to pair with this, I have the DJI Mic 2. This is a wireless microphone system. This is the second version. I owned the first version previously, and they're both a great product. Wireless microphones, I think they're an essential if you're going to be moving to and from the camera and you just need guarantee audio. For instance, when I'm shooting client work, what I like to do is I mic up the clients with this, plus a lav mic, which you just attach to the top here for a clean and professional look. And this just guarantees that you have good quality audio no matter how far or close I am from the client. Also, it's crazy, but DJI, they have a Mic 2 adapter for the hot shoe as well. So this I can attach to my microphone to the camera without any cables as well, which so good. You know that feeling when you get wireless headphones for the first time and you don't have the wired cable like issue, no tangling or anything? This is the same feeling. So camera gear aside, as a human, there are a couple of things I also need. So these are the little accessories that I bring with me at all times. Don't like chapped lips. This is from Nivea. What is this? Odorless, unscented, deep moisture Nivea lip balm. Honestly, this stuff is great. I got it in Japan for like $3. I also have eye drops. I get dry eyes, and looking at cameras and computers all the time, like, yeah, it's just inevitable. So I have this just for that refreshing feeling. Actually, I've had contacts in all day, so this is gonna feel great. Whoa. Oh yeah. So if I need a little pick me up and I don't smell that great, I have a solid perfume. This is from Muji. This is a sandalwood scent, and I actually really love this. It's such a small little pocketable size, and it's it's a solid perfume. So you just take a little bit, I like to just apply that to my wrist and my neck like this, and then instantly I feel a little better because I smell like a tree in the best way possible. Number 4 on the accessory list is a Swizzy. I keep this Swiss Army knife with me at all times. This little thing always comes in handy. There's a knife, there's scissors, there's a nail filer, but what I actually use the most is probably the toothpick. There's a little slide out toothpick which just always comes in clutch when I've got stuff in my teeth. On the other side there's tweezers. I use this if I get a splinter or something. You never know you need a Swiss Army knife until you need it. So it's always good to have just this tiny little one with me. And of course, to keep out the glare, you know, I've got the Oakleys. I recently just got a new lens for this, polarized, so it's actually extremely nice to just drive around with. And yeah, keep this one in the bag just in case it's a sunny day. But yeah, these are the go-to frames for the current setup. That's it. Beautiful sunset. Sorry about the lighting change over the whole video. This has been a chaotic shooting experience, but yeah, this is everything that's in my backpack currently. Stuff that I bring all the time. I honestly wouldn't bring the things that I bring if I don't use it. This is things that I use every single time that I'm shooting, and I shoot almost like 4 times a week. So yeah, this is definitely just essential things that I always have. I'm gonna leave a link to every single piece of gear in the description, so if you want to check something out for yourself, then please do. I highly recommend everything that I talked about today. Look, there's a whistle on the belt clip. Isn't that so cool? See you in the next video. Peace.